Intro. The sweet poison of ease. When was the last time you did something uncomfortable on purpose? We live in a world built for comfort. Everything around us whispers, "Take it easy. Rest a little more. You deserve it." And slowly, without realizing it, we start believing that ease is the goal of life. But here's the truth the Stoics understood long before us. Comfort doesn't make you happy, it makes you fragile. It kills slowly, softly, sweetly. It's a poison wrapped in pleasure. Marcus Aurelius warned that the soul becomes dyed by its habits. And our modern habit is comfort. We avoid pain, we avoid silence, we avoid effort. Yet we wonder why meaning slips away. We scroll instead of thinking. We talk about growth, but we don't practice endurance. We chase motivation, but we forget discipline. Ease is addictive because it feels safe, but safety is not the same as peace. Real peace, the Stoics taught, is born from mastery over your impulses, your fears, your desires. And mastery cannot exist without friction. Ask yourself, when did you last push beyond what was easy? Because the longer we live in comfort, the more our spirit weakens. And one day, we wake up wondering why life feels empty, though nothing is wrong. That's the silent poison at work. So, before we go any further, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. And if you seek strength, wisdom, and a way to live above comfort, subscribe to Legacy of Thinkers, where we rediscover ancient truths for a restless modern world. Now, let's begin. Chapter 1: The Hidden Enemy Within Comfort. Comfort doesn't knock down your door. It asks politely to stay, just tonight. It arrives as a reward after a long day, then becomes the reason you never have another. At first, it feels like kindness. Sleep in, order in, scroll a little more. But comfort has a script. Normalize avoidance. Rename fear as self-care. And convince you that effort is an injury you should protect yourself from. The Stoics warned us about this creeping softness. Epictetus said we are what we repeatedly do. If we repeatedly choose ease, we become easy to break, like iron left in the rain. We don't shatter, we rust. Habits loosen, standards slip. The voice that once said, "One more rep," now bargains, "You've done enough." And so the threshold that defined you, your early mornings, your honest work, your hard conversations, slides an inch each day until excellence is out of reach. Comfort is clever. It rarely says, "Quit." It says, "Later." It doesn't forbid discipline. It schedules it for tomorrow, where it can't hurt you. It praises your potential while stealing the friction that turns potential into power. It keeps you busy with low pain and low stakes. Inbox zero. Not inner work, newsfeed. Not knowledge, the glow of a screen. Not the glow of a soul tested and tempered. Marcus Aurelius advised himself to get up and do the work of a human being. Why? Because the body loves warmth and the mind loves excuses. The antidote isn't cruelty to yourself, it's clarity. Call things by their real names. Procrastination is not rest. Numbing is not recovery. Convenience is not compassion. So notice the tiny trades you're making. Truth for harmony. Growth for certainty. Strength for softness. Ask not, "Is this comfortable?" but, "Is this making me capable?" Because the enemy within comfort is not pleasure. It's permission. Permission to stay smaller than you are. To live beneath your duty. To forget what you were built to carry. Choose a different permission. To be forged, not cushioned. Chapter 2: The Stoic Practice of Voluntary Discomfort. The Stoics believed that comfort is not conquered by luck, but by training. Seneca slept on hard ground and ate plain bread, not to suffer, but to remember that he could. Because when you rehearse difficulty, life can no longer scare you with it. The man who practices hunger does not panic when the feast ends. The woman who walks through silence does not crumble when the noise of the world fades. Voluntary discomfort is not about punishment, it's about preparation. Modern life has softened us with climate control, instant meals, and constant noise. Yet, beneath all this convenience lies a hidden weakness: dependency. Every comfort we rely on becomes a potential chain. And the Stoics wanted no chains. So they trained the mind the way soldiers train the body, through exposure. Not avoidance, cold showers, fasting, silence, rising before dawn. These weren't acts of self-denial, they were acts of remembrance. Each was a way of telling the soul, you can endure more than you think. Because when you choose discomfort, you regain your power. You're no longer a victim of circumstance. You become the author of your own threshold. Seneca once wrote, "Set aside a number of days during which you will be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare." He wanted to taste poverty without fear, to greet hardship like an old friend instead of a stranger. In doing so, he discovered something remarkable. When you stop fearing loss, you start living freely. Voluntary discomfort doesn't make you less human, it makes you unbreakable. It strips away the illusion that peace comes from luxury. Peace comes from mastery. And mastery is built, brick by brick, every time you lean into what you once avoided. Chapter 3: Pain is the teacher comfort silences. Pain doesn't lie. It tells you where you are weak, where you've ignored truth, where growth demands attention. Comfort, on the other hand, is polite. It hides the truth behind softness. It tells you, you're fine, when you're not. It whispers, you've healed, when you've only distracted yourself. And that's why the Stoics respected pain, not for its sting, but for its honesty. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Every obstacle, every wound, every failure carries a message, not to break you, but to build you. Yet in our age of constant anesthesia, where we medicate emotions with noise, entertainment, or endless scrolling, we've lost the ability to listen. Pain used to refine us. Now, we rush to mute it before it can speak. But pain is not the enemy. Pain is the exam that life gives you before promotion. It's the forge where integrity and resilience are born. Think about the body. A muscle only strengthens by tearing. A heart only grows through strain. The same law applies to the mind. Every challenge you endure without retreat is a small proof of character. And every comfort you choose over confrontation is a missed lesson. Seneca said that the man who has been tested by misfortune stands higher than one who has never fallen. For he knows his strength by experience, not by assumption. That's the wisdom pain offers, clarity through contact. It strips away the illusions of who you think you are and shows you who you truly are. So when life hurts, don't rush to silence it. Ask, what is this pain trying to teach me? Because comfort will lull you to sleep, but pain, if you listen, will wake you up. Chapter 4: Building a Stoic Life Beyond Comfort. A Stoic life isn't about rejecting comfort, it's about refusing to be ruled by it. You can live in a warm home, wear soft clothes, drink good coffee, and still practice strength. The difference lies in whether you own your comforts or they own you. Most people don't realize when that line has been crossed. It happens quietly, when comfort stops serving you and starts shaping you. The Stoics taught that discipline is freedom, not deprivation. A life of ease breeds dependence. A life of purpose breeds power. To live beyond comfort is to create friction on purpose, to remind yourself that the mind commands, not the mood. Wake early when your body begs for 5 more minutes. Speak the truth when silence feels safer. Choose the long road when shortcuts tempt you. Each of these moments builds invisible armor, the kind forged in consistency, not convenience. Marcus Aurelius rose before dawn not because he enjoyed the cold, but because he understood the cost of surrender. Seneca practiced restraint in wealth to prove that abundance had no claim over his peace. They knew the truth we keep forgetting. Comfort is not evil, but it is hungry. It always wants more of you, more time, more attention, more surrender. So build a life that remembers resistance. Embrace stillness when the world demands noise. Work when others wait. Rest with intention, not laziness. Give more than you take. A Stoic life is not gray or joyless. It's full of depth, direction, and quiet strength. Because when you stop chasing comfort, you start chasing meaning. And meaning will never betray you the way comfort eventually will. Outro. The quiet death and the rebirth of strength. Most people don't realize that comfort kills quietly. It doesn't destroy your body, it numbs your fire. It whispers you into stillness, makes you forget how alive effort once felt. And by the time you notice, it's not pain that's missing from your life, it's purpose. That's the quiet death the Stoics warned about. A soul that no longer strives. A heart that no longer dares. But strength can be reborn. Every day you wake up is a chance to begin again. Not by chasing hardship, but by choosing awareness. When you lift your gaze from the screen and face the moment as it is, you're already practicing stoicism. When you take one small action that your comfort resists, you're proving you're still alive inside. You don't need a mountain to climb. Sometimes, the victory is just standing up when it's easier to sit. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." So, if life feels heavy, don't curse it. The weight you carry is shaping you. The friction you feel is forming you. The struggle you face is proof that you're still in motion, still growing while others sleep through ease. If this message speaks to you, don't let it end here. Share it with someone who might need to hear that comfort is not peace, it's slow decay. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Tell me how you faced your own version of voluntary discomfort. And if you believe in reclaiming strength, clarity, and purpose through ancient wisdom, hit like, share this video, and subscribe to Legacy of Thinkers. Because this channel isn't just about philosophy, it's about remembering what it means to live fully, to endure deeply, and to rise stronger than yesterday.